they need talent, man. They need that next wave, and they're looking for those opportunities for him. And the one thing I love about him, and he's an elite forechecker and puck possession guy below the hash marks. And a lot of people might be like, "What is that?" It's a dying breed. There's not many guys that could do it, and it's very, very valuable. I think you started seeing the confidence building as a Seattle Kraken. I thought he looked really good.
Kaapo Kakko just made a big move. It happened fast. He was close to going into arbitration, but then he didn't. The Seattle Kraken signed him to a big deal. He didn't wait. He didn't hold back. Now he's locked in for 3 years. And what happened after the trade is changing everything for Seattle. On July 22nd, 2025, Kaapo Kakko signed a 3-year contract with the Seattle Kraken. The deal is worth $13.575 million in total. It pays him $4,525,000 per year. He signed the deal just 3 days before his scheduled arbitration hearing. Kakko is 24 years old. He joined the Kraken in a trade from the New York Rangers on December 18th, 2024. The Rangers received defenseman Will Borgen and 2 draft picks. One pick was in the 3rd round. The other pick was in the 6th round of the 2025 NHL draft. After the trade, Kakko played 49 games for Seattle. He scored 10 goals and had 20 assists. That gave him 30 points with the Kraken. It was the best scoring pace of his NHL career. In total, across both teams, Kakko played 79 games during the 2024-25 season. He scored 14 goals and had 30 assists for a total of 44 points. That's a new career high. Before the trade, he played 30 games for the Rangers. There, he had 4 goals and 10 assists. After the move to Seattle, his production rose. He also played more minutes. His average ice time in Seattle was 17 minutes and 3 seconds per game. That was the 5th highest among all Kraken forwards. The Kraken's general manager Jason Botterill said, "Getting a contract done with Kaapo was a top priority this summer. We knew quickly he'd be a big part of our team moving forward." Botterill also said he's got size, skill, and tremendous playmaking ability and isn't afraid of going to the net. He fit in immediately with our group, and we're thrilled to have him under contract. Kakko is 6'1" and weighs 215 pounds. He was drafted 2nd overall in the 2019 NHL draft by the Rangers. He has now played 6 seasons in the NHL. In that time, he's played 379 regular season games. He's scored 71 goals and 90 assists. That adds up to 161 points. In the playoffs, he has played 44 games. He has 4 goals and 5 assists for 9 points in those games. And his time in Seattle has helped his stats go up. He made a big jump in scoring. He also helped his line mates. Matty Beniers and Jaden Schwartz played better when they were on the ice with him. Beniers' even strength goal rate jumped from 0.121 to 0.224 goals per game. Schwartz's number went up from 0.181 to 0.285 goals per game. Between December 18th and the end of the season, the Schwartz-Beniers-Kakko line played 459 minutes together. That was more than double the minutes of any other Kraken forward line. Kakko was tied for 2nd in total points on the team. He was 3rd in assists and power play goals. He was 6th in total goals for the Kraken. On January 18th, he tied his career high for most points in a game. He had 3 assists during a 4-2 win against the Los Angeles Kings. The new contract means Kakko is staying with the Kraken through the 2027-28 season. By then, he will be 27 years old. At that point, he can become an unrestricted free agent. The timing gives him a chance to earn another contract if he keeps playing well. The contract avoids arbitration. Arbitration is when a team and player cannot agree on money. Then a third person makes a decision. The hearing was set for July 25th, but the deal stopped it. Elliotte Friedman first shared the news. Seattle and Kaapo Kakko avoid arbitration, 3 times $4.525 million. The Kraken's cap hit for Kakko will take up about 4.7% of the current NHL salary cap. That number will drop to 4.0% by the end of the contract, when the salary cap is expected to rise to $113.5 million. Seattle also made other moves this offseason. They added winger Mason Marchment from Dallas. These moves show that the Kraken want to be more competitive and build around players like Kakko, Beniers, and Schwartz. Before joining the NHL, Kakko played in Finland. He became the youngest player to win gold at all 3 IIHF World Tournaments, U18, U20, and World Championship. He won those titles between 2018 and 2019. The new contract lines up closely with other recent deals for young NHL forwards. Juraj Slavkovsky signed for $7.6 million per year. Alexis Lafreniere signed for $7.45 million. Matt Coronado got $6.5 million. Simon Holmstrom signed for $3.625 million. Kakko's deal is lower than most of those. Analysts say it could be a value contract if he keeps improving. The Sound of Hockey reported, Kakko also helped drive Seattle's offense, which ranked 3rd in the league for power play goals this season. 14 of Kakko's 20 assists in Seattle helped set up goals for Beniers or Schwartz. This contract gives Kakko a chance to prove he can be a top forward in the league. If he scores 50 points or more in a season, he will enter free agency as one of the most sought-after names. The 3-year term gives the Kraken flexibility and gives Kakko time to grow his numbers. Botterill said, "We're excited about what's ahead." The Kraken avoided a long contract standoff. They kept a core player. They now focus on the upcoming season with Kakko as one of their main offensive leaders. Kakko's numbers have improved each year. He had 23 points in 2021, 33 in 2022, and now 44 in 2023-2025. He is trending up. His scoring is getting better. His minutes are going up. His role is bigger than ever. The Kraken believe that trend will continue.
Winning would be at the top of the list, and then winning would be it's the most important thing. If I feel that there's a good window to win here over and over again, then signing is no problem.
The biggest name in hockey did something nobody saw coming. Connor McDavid just called out the Boston Bruins. The Boston Bruins are now at the center of hockey's biggest story, and this isn't speculation anymore. And now, everything is changing. It's not a rumor anymore. It's real. Teams are on alert. Fans are shocked. And the NHL might never be the same again after what just happened. Connor McDavid, one of the best hockey players in the world, just said something huge. His words are now sending waves through the entire NHL. The Boston Bruins are right in the middle of it. What he said wasn't normal. It wasn't quiet, it was bold, and it has already changed how teams are thinking. McDavid is still with the Edmonton Oilers, but his contract ends after next season. That means he could soon play for another team, and now people are looking closely at the Boston Bruins. McDavid signed an 8-year deal worth $100 million. That deal started in 2018. Now it ends after the 2025 to 2026 season. When that happens, he becomes a free agent. That means any team can try to sign him if he doesn't re-sign with Edmonton. The Oilers want to keep him. Their general manager, Stan Bowman, said, "Connor's the best player in the league, the most important player in the league. He's our captain, he's our leader, and certainly he's a number IL priority." But the Bruins are not backing down. They are making big changes to their team, and they're preparing a huge offer. They're ready to go after McDavid in a way no one expected. In an interview, McDavid talked about the Bruins. He said, "The Bruins are one of the few teams able and willing to put together a blockbuster offer." These are strong words. Most players do not name teams like this, especially during contract talks. This tells everyone something big. McDavid is paying close attention to Boston. Right now, the Bruins are rebuilding their team. They want to win again soon. That means they need a star. McDavid might be that star. Some reports say the Bruins are getting ready to offer him a 7-year contract. It might be worth over $90 million. That's a huge number. It's big enough to catch McDavid's eye, and he's not ignoring it. Last season, McDavid had one of his best years ever. He led the Oilers to the Stanley Cup final. They lost in 6 games to the Florida Panthers, but McDavid made history. He got 34 assists in the playoffs. No player in NHL history has done that before. He also scored at least 4 points in back-to-back Stanley Cup final games. Again, no one else has ever done that. This kind of performance makes him even more valuable. Every team would want him, but not every team can afford him. That's why Boston stands out. The Bruins have money. They're an original six team. That means they've been at a player like McDavid. A reporter from Newsweek wrote that signing McDavid would change the landscape of the NHL. That means the league would look different. It would make Boston one of the top teams right away. McDavid knows this, and he's not hiding it. Talking about Boston like this is a big move. It shows he's serious. Edmonton, on the other hand, is trying hard to keep him. Their manager says keeping McDavid is the top goal. They want him to stay and lead the team for many more years. But now the Bruins are in the picture, and they're not just in the background. They are front and center. Some NHL insiders say Boston has been planning this for months. The team is also ready to use draft picks to make this happen. That means they are willing to trade young players or future stars to get McDavid. Fans are reacting fast. On Reddit, some Bruins fans are excited. One person wrote, "The Bruins are in a big market and are an original six franchise that still has eyes on winning. That could potentially be appealing to McDavid." But not everyone agrees. Some think this is just a dream. They say Edmonton will never let him go. One user wrote, "Still feels like a pipe dream." But after McDavid's quote, it doesn't feel like a dream anymore. It feels real. The Bruins are not hiding their plan. Reports say they are preparing the biggest contract offer in the team's history. They want to win now, and they believe McDavid can help them do it. McDavid's current contract pays him $12.5 million each year. Boston's offer might pay even more. That's a big risk, but it might work. Trades like this are rare. The last time something this big happened was in 2016. That's when Taylor Hall was traded to New Jersey. That's also when PK Subban went to Nashville. But McDavid is on another level. He's younger. He's better. He's more famous. And he still has many great years ahead. This is why so many people are watching. Right now, nothing is final. McDavid is still with the Oilers, but time is moving fast. If something happens, it will happen before the end of the 2025 to 2026 season. That means teams have a short window. They must act now if they want him. Boston knows this, and they're already moving. The Oilers still believe they can keep him. McDavid said in an earlier interview, "If I feel that there's a good window to win here over and over."
Take some time to regroup, talk to my agent a little bit and family and all that, and make some decisions whenever that time comes. But
the biggest star in hockey just surprised everyone. His contract is almost done, but now he's not rushing to stay. This happened right after a tough Stanley Cup loss. The Oilers just got more bad news, and this time it's from their captain. What he's planning next could change everything for Edmonton and the NHL. This update is real, and it's happening right now. On July 1st, 2025, Connor McDavid became allowed to talk about a new deal. His current contract ends after the 2025-26 season. The deal was signed in 2017 and lasts 8 years. The Oilers pay him $12.5 million each season. Edmonton general manager Stan Bowman said, "Contract talks will begin whenever they're ready." That means no offer was made yet. McDavid plays for the Edmonton Oilers. He is their team captain. He has played over 700 NHL games. He has scored over 1,080 points in his career. That includes goals and assists. Last season, McDavid helped the Oilers reach the Stanley Cup final. They lost to the Florida Panthers in 6 games. In that series, McDavid had 33 points in 22 playoff games. That was more than any other player. He had 7 goals and 26 assists. After that, reporters asked about his future, but McDavid and the Oilers gave no exact answers. Reports now say McDavid may not sign a long deal. He might want a short contract instead. That could give him more choices later. NHL insiders said this would keep pressure on the Oilers. ESPN and NHL sources said other players like Mitch Marner may also do short deals. This is a new idea in free agency. Shorter deals give stars more chances to earn money later. They also give them the option to change teams sooner. One NHL expert said, McDavid may choose a short-term deal to keep pressure on the Oilers. Another expert added, they have to give him a reason to stay. This means McDavid wants to see good changes before he signs anything. There is also another side to the story. McDavid's wife, Lauren Kyle, works in Edmonton. She is building new projects linked to the 2026 Olympics. Some people believe this may keep McDavid in the city, but nothing is certain yet. General Manager Bowman called McDavid our leader and top priority. He said the team will do whatever it takes to keep him. But still, there is no new contract. There is no new date for when it will happen. If McDavid doesn't sign a new deal, he can become a free agent in 2026. That means any team can try to sign him. Some experts think McDavid could even get traded if he does not agree to stay. One sports reporter said, if he isn't going to re-sign, Edmonton may be forced to explore trading him to avoid losing him for nothing. There is history with this. Back in 1988, the Oilers traded Wayne Gretzky. He was the team's best player back then. Right now, McDavid is 28 years old. He became captain of the Oilers when he was just 19 years old. That made him the youngest captain in the NHL. Some experts say McDavid could get $18 to $20 million per season in his next contract. That would be the highest salary ever in the NHL. But there are new rules. A new labor deal in 2025 says contracts can't be more than 7 years long if staying with the same team, or 6 years long if going to a new team. That may also change how much McDavid earns. The salary cap will go up, so teams may offer more. Other teams are watching closely. Teams like the New York Rangers, Toronto Maple Leafs, and Florida Panthers have been linked as future options. One ESPN writer called the Rangers a dream spot if McDavid ever leaves. He said, it's a pie-in-the-sky idea, but the fit is there. McDavid is also known for helping people. He donated $85,000 to help kids in Canada. He gave money to help sick kids travel to hospitals. He is a big part of the Edmonton community, with a record of 48 wins, 29 losses, and 5 overtime losses. McDavid had 74 assists. His teammate Leon Draisaitl led the team with 106 total points. In the playoffs, McDavid set a record with 34 assists. That is the most ever in a single NHL playoff year. He also won the Conn Smythe Trophy in 2024. That is given to the best player in the playoffs. Even though the Oilers lost in the finals, McDavid won that award. The Oilers said keeping McDavid is their #1 job, but there is still no contract. His last contract was signed 8 years ago. The team gave him the biggest deal ever at the time, but that deal is almost done now. July 1st, 2025 was the first day they could talk again about a new contract, but the team and McDavid's side have not started that talk yet. This is why NHL fans and teams are watching closely. If McDavid does not stay, it would be one of the biggest NHL stories in many years.
You know, I know people are going to look at that July 1 day and be looking to see if there's anything done. But for me, I'm just not in a rush that way.
Something big is coming to hockey, and it's not just about one team. On July 1st, Connor McDavid will make a move no one saw coming. That move could change how the best players in the league get paid. It will break a rule that stars have followed for years. What happens next may change the NHL forever.
You know, winning would be it's the most important thing. If I feel that there's a good window to win here over and over again, then signing is no problem.
Connor McDavid is one of the best hockey players in the world. He plays for the Edmonton Oilers. He has scored more than 100 points in many seasons. He has won the MVP award 3 times. He led the Oilers to the Stanley Cup final 2 years in a row. But on July 1st, the big story won't be about goals or assists. It will be about money, contracts, and something much bigger. McDavid signed his last contract in 2017. It was an 8-year deal worth $100 million. That means he has been making $12.5 million every year. This deal ends in 2026. But NHL rules say a player can start talking about a new contract 2 years before the old one ends. So on July 1st, 2025, McDavid will be allowed to sign a new deal. Most top players sign the longest deal possible. That's usually 8 years. It gives them more safety and helps the team plan for a long time. But this time, McDavid is expected to do something very different. Reporters say that McDavid might not want a long contract. Instead, he could ask for a shorter one, maybe just 4 years. Some people even say he could sign for only 2 or 3 years. This is something very few superstars have done. Why would McDavid want a short deal? The answer is the salary cap. The salary cap is the most money a team can spend on its players. This year, the cap is $88 million. Next year, it will go up to $97 million. In a few years, it might go even higher. If McDavid signs a short contract now, he can sign another one later when the cap is much bigger. That means he could make even more money. Other players have done this. Austin Matthews signed a 5-year deal in 2019. In 2023, he signed a 4-year deal. Leon Draisaitl just signed an 8-year deal for $112 million. But McDavid might want something shorter than all of them. Connor McDavid hasn't said much about his plans, but he did say this to NHL.com after the season. "I'm not in a rush to make any decision." He also said, "I need to do what's best for me and my family." These are clues that he is thinking very carefully.